Hey, it's me again. Can we talk? So, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Please remember to hit the box down below and like this video if you do. And I would really love it very much if you subscribe to my channel. I intend to do a lot of stuff and I hope that you'll be a part of it. So, today I want to talk about yarn subscriptions, because somebody asked me the other day if I thought subscribing to companies that provide a monthly yarn or fiber was a good idea. And I think it can be a good idea. I have not been involved in years in that type of thing, but today I am going to open my first Knitcrate. And as you know, if you subscribe to Knitcrate, that due to issues with the pandemic, they were not able to ship in their customary box. So for, I guess, a couple of months, this is my first month, so I'm not sure how long, they have been shipping in packages like this. So I subscribed to the Sock Yarn Club, and this is, let's see, June Getaway. Download the June patterns. Now, apparently in the past, the patterns have come in the package, but again, due to issues with the pandemic, for at least a couple of months, they give you a link to the pattern that you can download. There is a knitting pattern and a crocheting pattern. So, let's see what we have here. So this is, I believe, the Excite Me, and you have choices of yarns. This is Excite Me, Ambient Sock Yarn by Vitalana, by Knitcrate, Vitalana for Knitcrate. And the color is Sizzling Sunset. It's 80% Peruvian Highland wool, 20% nylon fingering weight, and it's 400 yards. So I will be doing my next set of socks on this very lovely yarn. It's very nice, very pretty colorway. And I would not have access to yarn right now like this. Let's see what else is in the bag. Okay. Oh, this is a little, let's see here. A little mushroom. Okay, and that's cute. So that's what's in my bag. I will at some point download and look at the patterns. I don't know whether I'll use them, but I have access to them, so I will look. So back to the question. Are yarn subscriptions a good idea? I will be providing in the description a link to an article I found that a young lady did last year on yarn subscriptions, and she included some fiber subscriptions also. She did a fantastic job, and so I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to put the link in. You can click on the article, you can click on the links inside the article, and you can see a variety of yarn subscriptions. Now, yarn subscriptions can cost as little as $10 a month, and I guess they can go up to close to $100 a month, depending on what yarn or fiber you're getting. It's a good way for you to be exposed to good quality yarns and fibers. If you have access to and use yarns from big box stores like Joann's, like Michael's, that's fine, and that's where I started. But at some point, particularly if you're making items for family, for yourself, you might want to make something with a little better quality yarn than those stores provide. So this is a great way to get started. The other thing is that if you live in rural areas, I realize that I live in the Northeast, I live in New Jersey in the United States, and so although our local yarn shops, many of them have closed. Oops, I'm losing my camera here, I'm sorry. Many of them have closed. I still have better access to yarn than people in other parts of the country and certainly other parts of the world. So by subscribing to a company that provides you with a monthly skein of yarn or a fiber or some combination of the two, gives you access to things that you might not otherwise have access to. So it can be great. What I would suggest is that you look to see what fits in your budget. I'm on a fixed budget. I'm a senior, and so I try to be very careful about the pennies that I spend. And so I don't want to do something that's going to be very expensive every month and doesn't really fit in my budget. But if it fits in yours, that's great. Make sure that you know the cancellation policies. Are you committed once you commit to this? Are you committed for 12 months before you can stop it? Or does it have a cancellation policy that says you can stop after a month at any time? Make sure you know that, because that'll make a difference in your budget. If you decide that you don't like it, you don't think it's a good idea, you want to be able to stop it, okay? So make sure that you look into those policies. The other thing is that, if you find one doesn't meet your needs and you can stop it, I would stop it and try another one. There are so many out there. I went on Etsy to look, and indie dyers, many of them have clubs now where you can get yarn from them every month. It's a way for them to get exposure. It's a way for you to get access to yarns that you might not otherwise get a chance to see. And so it's a win-win situation for everyone. So do I think they're a good idea? I think they can be a great idea, particularly if you're in an area where it's difficult for you to get access to really nice yarns. This gives you the opportunity to see them. Also, fibers. I looked for needlepoint also because I'm a needlepointer, and not so much for needlepoint. I am going to provide one link where I'm pretty sure that you can get a monthly subscription. Again, needlepoint is pretty expensive. The threads are very expensive. It's hard to do it on a budget. I am in some future date going to explore that and talk about how you can needlepoint on a budget, or at least learn to needlepoint on a budget. But for today, I will say that buying a complete kit with a needlepoint canvas and threads and perhaps stretcher bars to put it on to hold it rigid can be very pricey. But if you knit, if you crochet, if you're a spinner, if you dye your own yarn, there are ways for you to get great yarn and great access to materials that you might not have access to otherwise. So, do I think it's a good idea? I think it can be a great idea. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Do you belong to any clubs, and were you successful with them? What do you think of the idea? So that's all for today. Thanks for participating. Again, if you like this video, please hit like. And if you would like to, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.